What's up, everyone? Welcome into Picks and Parlays. I'm your host, Hannah Mears. You can follow my social medias at Mears Hannah. And don't forget, download that new Picks and Parlays app available on all mobile device platforms. Today, we have an NFL preview. We've got another team, another day, another person to do this for us. We've got Mr. Sean Higgs.
Hello.
And the team that we are going to be talking about, hello, Sean, nice to see you, is the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, their win total is sitting at 6.5. Here's just some insight for everybody if you don't know anything about the Raiders. They swapped their quarterback Derek Carr, who was there for quite some time, for Jimmy Garoppolo. But was Carr the problem, or was it the fact that they've had 10 coaches in the last 20 years? Only 6 wins last season as well. They went through significant roster changes if you look up and down the board. They do have some receiving talent in Adams, Renfro, and signing Jacoby Myers, but they do have a tough schedule. And Sean, I don't know about you, but when I look down the schedule that the Raiders have, it was really, really hard for me to come up with more than 6 wins. So what are you thinking when it comes to this win total in the preview of the season that is the Las Vegas Raiders?
Yeah, well, let's start. Wow, I didn't know. No David Carr. Wow, who knew? That's crazy.
No Derek Carr. Yeah, no Derek Carr,
right? I mean, he, that's such a weird thing because they're like, you got to bring him in here. It's for Devontae Adams. And then you have a terrible season. Disappointing year to boot. You mentioned the roster turnover a lot of roster turnover here.
A lot.
You brought in Jacoby Myers, yes, and who else? Philip Dorsett and wide receiver. You lose Waller, but you get O.J. Howard and Austin Hooper, which are they're all right kind of guys. But I don't know. I mean, Josh Jacobs is complaining, right? He's complaining already about his money, like the rest of the running backs. I don't know. Sorry, folks. I mean, you get paid what you get paid. It's the league. But total wise here, they're underdogs in 10 games right out of the gate. You look at this schedule, and they have 5 games that are listed as pick'ems, and they are favored at -1 and a -2. Where are you getting wins here? I don't like the coach. I like Garoppolo. I'm the Niners. They're going to learn hard. You get rid of a guy who goes to wins games. Oh, it's Purdy. I'm not buying Purdy off of a little run on a good defense. But what's Garoppolo going to do here? I think McDaniel's a problem. I think coaching's a problem. Give me the under. And there's a lot of different alternate ways to go with this. I got a 6 at even money, a 5.5 at +180. There's crazy one. You can look around and have the shop the lines. The first ones I saw were 7.5s -210. I'm like, no way I'm going under, laying 210. No. I'd rather go for the +180 here. I don't think this team's going to be very good. And I was watching you with Cam earlier and Lenny talking about the Broncos. I kind of like the Broncos to shock people this year with a new head coach. Like, that's why I think you bring the coach in. That's a big change of things. I don't think the Raiders have a good coach.
The Broncos coaching change is a significant NFL mind in Sean Payton. So yes, the Broncos have the talent. They had the defense last year. They needed an offensive mind, and they needed more than anything someone to come in here and deal with a guy like Russell Wilson and figure out what's going on with Russ. And I think Sean Payton's the guy to do that. Now, their win total, we can talk about in another video. It's sitting a little higher at 8.5. So I think people do believe in the Broncos a little bit more this year. But the Raiders being at 6.5, and I'm going down the schedule right now thinking Raiders at 49ers. Nope, don't like that matchup. The Rams. Really? I don't really know. Cowboys don't like that.
They open at Denver. They're losing at Denver. They lose at Denver. They lose at Buffalo as a 10-point dog. They're home as a small favorite versus Pitt, which
don't like that.
-1. I mean, I'm going with the staff.
Packers. I mean, you go down this schedule up and down, and it is really hard for me to count over 5 wins for this team. I would still maybe take the under 6 at that +100.
New England, maybe New England home. Maybe you get a win there. Who knows with Belichick?
I like Bill Belichick.
At the Bears, maybe you beat the Bears. I don't know. I mean, you'll be a little dog at the Bears. At Detroit, at the Detroit Lenny's. No, I mean, Giants home. Maybe Barkley's playing. I still like Daniel Jones in that spot. And again, it comes to the coach. There is not. Where's the win? I can see them going winless. Like if I'm down on the team, I can look at this and be like, all right, you have like 2 wins, right? Because it's good. It'll spiral. It'll just be we're 1-5 or 1-6, and then all of a sudden it's tank for whoever's the hot quarterback name. Like we could say whoever in July. It'll be somebody else by November. Yeah,
If
under.
if what Derek Carr has said upon his leaving has been true, even though he didn't come out and directly say it, he had always been high on saying that the players in that locker room were not the issue. It was a lot of coaching and it was a lot of disagreements on what was going on. There are systematic issues with the Raiders right now, and I don't know if bringing in Garoppolo is going to change everything. I just think there is a lot of disconnect with this Raiders team, and I
He's
think that
coming from a team that is
year.
run like this. He's coming from a team, everybody, you're coming into romper room.
I
You're
think
coming
Derek
out of a
Carr,
prep school where there's discipline and order, and you're coming in, the inmates are running the asylum in this place.
absolutely.
It's not even, and I say it's not like the players run amok. It's that there's no, like you mentioned with coaching, it's a mess. You can't have that.
Yeah, Derek Carr got the best out of this situation, finding him in New Orleans, saying that it feels like a breath of fresh air. And for him to come out and be so vocal about a place that he was for so long and so many years, you know there's systematic issues going on there. Will Jimmy Garoppolo be the problem or be the solution to this problem? We don't know. At this point, we're saying no, it's not going to happen. We're taking the under 6.5 for that total. If you want more of our picks and predictions and previews, head over to picksandparlays.net. Use that promo code MLB. Saves you 20% off the entire site when you're looking ahead to futures bets. Bet that Raiders team total under the 6, at least, to get some plus money value. Thanks so much, Sean. Appreciate you.
You got it.